Hello, welcome to another live session in our Saturday, Friday, Sunday shenanigans. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, however, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those vegan guys.
For future reference, I'm the gobby one.
Yeah, if you didn't know already, you know.
So a couple of weeks ago, we used a cheese making kit to make feta and ricotta with almonds, and that was really good and really interesting because it gave us a look at how you can easily make your own vegan cheese.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. Anyhow, we'd also been, Jason got me that cheese making kit for Christmas, but we'd also been bought a chili sauce making kit for Christmas from the lovely Leanne and Imran.
Yes.
In their Welsh Wales. And it's been on shelf for ages with me because we've always got loads of hot sauces in. We really like our hot sauces.
We do. And we've still got plenty of hot sauces in. But we thought, we said it on the last Cooking in the Kitchen, we wanted to do these hot sauces. I'm really excited about it because it might even become something in the future that I do now and again. Because as many of you are aware, I'm not really culinarily adept in the kitchen. That's the right term.
By choice.
Yeah. I'm sure, if I really devoted my time and effort, I could.
But you're not interested?
No, not especially.
For the most part.
And I'm not even that great, to be honest. Paul's got this ability to kind of put a plate together in his head. I'm not that great at that. Even the other night, Paul was like, what do you fancy for your tea tonight? And I was like, the best I could come up with was something with cauliflower. And then Paul put the rest of it together and it was delightful. But my only contribution was cauliflower.
However, today he said, I'll help you today. I'm not just going to leave you to it today. I'll really help you. And I said, I tell you what, love, you lead. You take the lead on this then. So Jay's done all the chopping and all the prep.
I haven't really done any chopping yet.
Well,
I've sorted the garlic out.
You've done stuff. You've got stuff all laid out.
Bits.
Got chilies soaking and everything. So, right, go.
Yeah, well, tell you what. So, I mean, I'll introduce, just as people are kind of filtering in, just for a couple of minutes before we properly get started. I will introduce the 3 hot sauces that we're making today. And I will also give a shout out to Bev, Ashley. Is Leanne in the house? Bev and Ashley are fabulous mods. And Leanne, if she's here or if she's coming at a later point, love and best wishes to you all. And also a shout out to some of the others of you that were in the chat right from the very start. Peter, I think, was one of the first ones. Already talking about Vegan Camp Out. I'm assuming you're looking forward to it, Peter, as are we. Will and Chris, of course, Alex, Tracy and Leroy, Flannet, Stephanie. We got anyone else? Kat, James, Beverly. I think that's everyone so far. So yeah, the 3 hot sauces that we're making today, there's 6 in the pack. The 3 hot sauces that we're making are Louisiana Hot, Smoky Chipotle, and West African Pepper.
Are we going to be able to do them all?
I think so.
Today.
I mean, the cooking times vary, but they're all kind of similar in terms of you blend the stuff, you put it in a pan, you bring it to the boil, and then you let it simmer for anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. Add salt and sugar to adjust the flavour. They're all slightly different in terms of obviously the ingredients. So the packs, for anyone who doesn't know, just so you're aware, this is the pack as it came. Thank you, Leanne and Imran. And on the back, it shows you kind of what's in the pack and what you need. So there you go. So you can see what's what. And essentially what you need to add is just the fresh ingredients. So like garlic, tomato, ginger, onions. I think that's it.
Yeah, and the booklet's really good as well. The kind of detail in the booklet. And as we discovered with the cheese making, the great thing about these little kits is they kind of teach you how to do stuff, because you clock it as you go along. All right, dried chilies, apple cider vinegar, sugar, that's chili sauce. So, you know, it's kind of a opens a gate.
And I might be wrong in saying this, but I don't think I am. This isn't an exact science like baking is, or even to a certain extent making the cheese. The measurements were reasonably precise.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, with the hot sauces, I think there's a lot more wiggle room.
Yeah, because
It's taste, isn't it? Ultimately. So I've rehydrated the chilies already. They're over here. I have sterilised the jars that Paul got the other day. They're in the sink, so that's all sorted. So once the hot sauce is done, we decant the hot sauce into the sterilised bottles, put the lids back on, and then they go back into the hot water for another 5 minutes or so. And then they are shelf stable.
Oh, yeah.
For I think about 6 months, to be honest. But
In the fridge?
No, just in the cupboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in a cool sort of dry place. In the fridge, 7 to 10 days, it says. So there you go. I've waffled on. I've told you all the basics to begin with, so that you're all aware. Ashley says TVG hot sauce, new merch idea. Who knows? Never say never, I say. I mean, we are proper into our hot sauces, aren't we, sir? Is Isis wanting to go back out?
No, she's just tottering.
Peter says, did you see that the map came out for Vegan Camp Out and they're going to have like a Ferris ground ride? Yeah, there's some kind of fair. I'm not sure what it's going to entail. Just before we went live today, in fact, do you want to let people know what's going to be happening almost exactly this time in 2 weeks?
Oh, in exactly 2 weeks. Exactly. TVQ, the Vegan Queens, will have just got on stage at Vegan Camp Out.
Exciting.
And they'll probably be just about to go into their second song, actually.
Exciting stuff. Adam's just popping in. Thanks for popping in, Adam.
Two girls destroying my house.
Hello, Helly Welly. Thanks one and all for being here. So yeah, it's a fairly chilled one today. We're in the kitchen.
Yeah, very chilled one.
And we're making hot sauce. So I suppose we should make a start, really.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. So I'm going to start with the easiest one, which is the Louisiana Hot. Louisiana hot sauces are typically aged and fermented. Our recipe takes the simple approach of making the sauce fresh and then letting it age in the fridge after. The finished sauce at first will lack the complexity of your favorite Louisiana style hot sauce, but the taste will evolve as it ages in the fridge.
Oh, nice.
Typical Louisiana hot sauces are fairly thin, quite sharp, and very hot. We use cayenne peppers, just like your favorite branded sauces. They are very spicy, and the finished sauce will really pack a punch. So there you go. We're going to make a start. I think this is the easiest one of the three that we're going to do. 1.5 cups of boiling water, already sorted. 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, and a 250 ml sachet of cider vinegar.
So do you want this down, Jay? Because I mean, these are the.
Grab them for me, yeah, the cups.
Yeah, these are, you know, if you get a bit like stuck, these measuring things are brilliant because they're so precise. See, that's the tablespoon.
Excellent.
So it just means you don't have to faff.
Yeah.
I use these, well, as people have seen, I use these all the time.
The good thing is, the way that the pack is put together, the water I've already measured out because I was rehydrating the chilies. So that's a really straightforward component in terms of just being able to pour
And how long
straight
did you have to rehydrate them for in boiling water, Jeff?
Well, it says 30 minutes,
yeah.
But they've probably been rehydrating for about an hour.
Yeah,
to be fair.
So it's like minimum 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty straightforward. Just gonna chuck everything in here with the white sugar and the salt and the cider vinegar. Give it a blitz and then cook it on a medium heat.
So a teaspoon of salt.
Teaspoon of white sugar. Well, we haven't got white sugar, but
you said a tablespoon. That's teaspoon. Whole different kettle of fish. TSP.
So we're going to watch out for measurements. This is where I will fall.
Yes. Tablespoon.
Tablespoon. Okay, kind of makes sense, really.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Leanne, welcome. We are trying out your Christmas present that you got for us. Just so you're aware, you'd probably put 2 and 2 together, to be fair. So, okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
TVG.
That is the rehydrated cayenne chilies in there. So that all goes in there.
All of it.
All of it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to do it? Are you okay? Fabulous.
I made it bad, but I'm perfectly good at it.
So really simple in terms of the pack. Not every hot sauce in here uses the cider vinegar, but the Louisiana hot does, and it comes in a rather convenient little sachet like this, already measured and good to go. So that's convenient.
Okay, so that's everything from your cup, and then
Yeah.
did you say get the other salt out, Jason? The one that's in the bag in the cupboard there that I use when I'm cooking.
Good shout.
Just because it's finely ground.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I didn't even realise you had that.
Yeah, it'll be easier to. Well, it's in there because it don't go in the grinder, does it? Because it's already ground.
There you go.
So 1 teaspoon, is that right? A teaspoon of this and a teaspoon of that.
Teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of sugar. Yeah. You want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do.
So just one of
I'll
these.
try to help you for a change. Yeah, nice and flat. And that's exactly a teaspoon then. Wait.
Yeah.
Right. It's very strong salt, this. I know that sounds weird. I'll do this for you. Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
The cider vinegar, and I think that's it. Can we pop that back over here? Yeah. Because
Yeah,
we'll need it. We'll need it again.
I'll keep the teaspoon here.
Oh. Oh, I can smell that. It's very convenient, isn't it?
And then we just split that.
Yeah.
And then
Let me
cook it.
double check to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that is it. Yeah. Place the chilies, soaked water, cider vinegar, sugar and salt into a blender. Blend until very smooth. Pour the blended sauce mixture into a saucepan.
Okay. Well, do you want to get? Shall I grind it and you get the thing out, Jay?
Get the cooker. Yeah. Get the cooker set up to go. Exciting! Making our own hot sauce. How awesome's this?
Okay.
All good?
Yep.
Ooh, nice. You guys give us that and then switch that on because I don't know what I'm doing with it, and I'll give this a rinse.
So how long do you cook it for?
This is about 10 minutes.
Cook on a medium heat while stirring until it starts to bubble. Reduce the heat, simmer for another 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. Try a little of the sauce, be careful as it will be hot. Add sugar and salt to taste if necessary.
Yeah?
I don't like that bit.
What? Oh, you don't have to do that if you don't want.
Use the sieve provided to sieve out the bits. I'm like, I know I like the bits.
Yeah, I'm kind of. We're in the same camp on that. I think I'd rather have it. I'd rather have something in there, so a bit of texture, rather than it being sort of sieved. And then I think also if you sieve it, you're going to lose some of your. You're going to lose some of your chili, aren't you? Out of the mixture. Imran's in the house. Hey, you guys!
Do you want to just show it while it's? Yes, I'm sure people would be interested.
So this is the start of the Louisiana hot. That one. There we go.
Oh.
Nice. Oh. Excellent. So yeah, cook on a medium heat while stirring until it starts to bubble. Reduce the heat and simmer for 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. That's all we've got to do.
And then do you decant it into the bottle while it's hot?
Yes. Yeah, hot to hot. That's something else I've learned from reading the ingredients on this in terms of sterilisation. I kind of had a rough idea around sterilisation because we have had various successes in the past making our own wine and beer, haven't we?
Yeah, but I also did it with kimchi jars.
Yes.
Not the lids, obviously. The lids are just so because they're metal lids with the the round bit and then the separate top that goes on top of the jar. You know, like the mason jars. But the actual jars themselves, give them a really good wash, left them wet, and then microwave them. You can either do microwave or oven.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, obvious to a lot of you, I'm sure, but decantering the hot sauce into the jars that are in the hot water that have been sterilised, so you're not putting cold into hot, which is always a risk that the glass is going to break then, isn't it? Fabulous. Fabulous. So whilst that's coming to the boil and just doing its thing, Imran says, my eyes are watering just looking at the sauce.
I mean, it has started bubbling, so
yeah. Oh, that's a fair question, Alex, actually. Out of the 6 hot sauces, so Alex says, don't know if you've already said, but how hot is that sauce meant to be? So out of the 6 sauces that come in the pack that you can make, I've opted for the 3 that are the hotter.
You know what we're like.
So this is expected to be hot.
I think it's really interesting to just know that you can buy dried chilies, soak them in water, use that water with some apple cider vinegar, some sugar and some salt, blend it and make a sauce. That's like, I mean, really, when you think about it, of course it's going to be that easy, but you don't necessarily acknowledge that something's going to be that easy.
No.
Do you?
I certainly never have in my head.
Which is why kits like this are great. Same with the cheese making kit, because they just give you that insider info. It's like, now I know how to make feta now with almonds and ricotta. Now I know how to make hot sauces with dried chili, well, at least one. And you could come up with your own, couldn't you? You could
Absolutely.
Like you could easily muck about with a few ingredients and.
You could get as experimental as you want. I mean, I can't remember the name of the company, but the lovely ladies that we met at that we got the hot sauces from at Northern Vegan Festival. That's got like banana and blueberry in it or something, and it's incredible.
Beautiful.
La Hot Creole. Blueberry and banana Scotch bonnet mustard sauce. One of our favourites at the moment.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Proper gorgeous.
Yeah, there you go. Really good.
That feels good. Do it again.
It's not coming along.
Really, really good. I mean, I could probably turn it down now. Because it's starting bubbly, doesn't it? I don't think it's going to need much longer, Brothers.
Yeah, Peter, the banana and blueberry is gorgeous, and thankfully for that hot sauce. For me, anyway, the banana doesn't really come through. I think the banana's added more of as a textural thing. The blueberry does come through a little bit. It's got a sweetness to it, but it's very, very spicy. Lovely. But one of our favourite chilies is the Scotch bonnet. It's got a fruitiness to it, but it's also quite kick-ass, really, as well. What do you think?
Oh, that'd be gorgeous cold.
Yeah.
It's got some heat to it. You can taste the vinegar, but it's not like vinegar. It's difficult. You've got to imagine it cold.
Yeah. And as it says, it ages, doesn't it? It gets a bit more complex.
And I think that's done. I think that's ready for bottling.
It probably is.
Myself, it's had a good few minutes cooking there now. Get ready for the next one.
Oh, Bo Peep, I don't get that at all with Scotch bonnets. I think some chilies definitely have got the super hots. Some of them have got a kind of chemically. What is it like? When we had the bomb, it's got like a metallic. It's like a metallic taste to it. Some of the super hots, but I've never got that myself from the from Scotch bonnets. I was gonna just pour this into the plastic jug and then pour it into one of the bottles.
Yeah, good idea. Right.
Nice. So that's quite a thin sauce, the Louisiana hot. The others, one of the other ones is definitely going to be thicker.
That
also
feels good. Do it again.
Bangkok Karen is in the house. Karen says, I made spicy banana ketchup, added extra chili. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't sieve this texture out. Oh.
Wow.
And there's some left in there.
Well. Okay. So that can just go back in the sink now. 5 minutes. But there's that done. Louisiana hot sauce. Hopefully the first of many hot sauces made in this kitchen. But that's fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll bottle that one, but, you know, with the whole thing about where's not one not, we'll maybe have something tonight and just use that.
Yeah. Let's pop that there. For now, actually, I'll pop it over here so it's out of the way. Fantastic. So for Bo Pete, I did mention it at the start, but for anybody that's just coming in, we're making 3 different types of hot sauce today. The one that we've just made here is Louisiana hot, and that was boiling water, a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of white sugar, and 25 ml sachet of cider vinegar. And of course, 1 sachet of cayenne chilies that we rehydrated. So this is really, really straightforward. This is the easiest of the 3 to make in terms of just simple stuff chucked into a blender, warmed, allowed to simmer, and then popped into the bottle.
There we go.
So I'm going to put that back in the sink now before I put the label on. I was going to.
Why?
Because that's what it says you're supposed to do. It says
once you.
Yeah, back in. You got rid of that. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
The water that was cold now.
Right. It just says to put it back in hot water for 5 minutes after you've poured the sauce in, but I don't suppose it really matters.
Well, you could stand it in a jug of boiling water.
I'll do that.
I think that helps it kind of seal.
Right.
You know.
Well, that was pretty straightforward, wasn't it, that one? I think the other 2 are a little bit more involved.
Are they?
A little bit. As in, like, they've got the garlic and the onion and the tomatoes.
Oh,
and the
okay. Yeah, I mean, that's boiling.
Yeah. But essentially, the principles are the same. Do you know what I mean?
Touch it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very warm, isn't it? Very warm. Okay, so kettle's boiling, just so we've got some hot water to.
Right, should we start one of the other ones?
Yes, because there'll be a little bit of chopping involved. So that is the Louisiana hot done. We're going to now move on to the smoky chipotle. So a little bit of an introduction on this one as well, because it's here and it's nice to read it and it's educational. So chipotle chili peppers, when fresh, are known as jalapenos. The green chilies that are often sliced and pickled. The process of smoking and drying the peppers transforms them into chipotles, which have their own complex and unique taste. The sauce is very spicy, smoky, and also a little sweet due to the addition of brown sugar. So there you go. This makes approximately 300 ml. It's a medium heat, and it requires the water, tomatoes chopped, 6 garlic cloves, a tablespoon of salt, a quarter cup of brown sugar, and of course the
a tablespoon of salt.
1 tablespoon of salt. Teaspoon.
TSP.
Keep getting them mixed
teaspoon.
up. 1 teaspoon of salt.
It's pretty. It's no P in tablespoon.
Yeah.
So if it's P, it's teaspoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it has a B in it. Yeah. I just because we're giving information to people and you keep saying tablespoon when you mean teaspoon.
Teaspoon. Okay. What's that?
That'll give us an all an heart attack. Too much salt.
So remnants of those chilies in. Right. So sort of similar process, really.
Shift the cooker out the way for it.
It's 1 whole chipotle chili that's been rehydrated in here.
And you use all the water as well.
Yeah.
In that one,
Yeah. That's what kind of makes it reasonably straightforward, is that's kind of measured and good to go, isn't it?
So is that the only chili that's in this one, Jesse?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
And the rest is?
The rest is chopped tomatoes, garlic, brown sugar, salt. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. How much garlic?
So we've got 6 cloves of garlic and half. Well, it'll be half of our tin. So we need that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right, it says chopped, but they'll get chopped in the because we blend this as well, do we?
Yeah.
All right, so
It all just goes in there.
Yeah, they can just go in like that, and half of that tin.
Yeah. Just regular
400-gram tin of chopped tomatoes from Lidl, 34p. They had so many. They had like ones with herbs and ones with. Right, I think.
Do you reckon? Tiny bit more?
Tiny bit, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay. Do you want to just pass that a second? Actually?
Yeah.
No, both, actually, yeah. The cloth as well.
Okay.
That's what I was going to do.
All right.
Fabulous. Okay. Is everyone still with us?
What else is in there?
So we've got the garlic, we've got the tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And a quarter cup of brown sugar.
A quarter cup of brown sugar?
Yeah.
Wow. That's the quarter cup one, Jess.
Right.
One teaspoon of salt.
Oh, nice one, Alex. Alex got one of those cheese making kits the other day. Gonna have a go.
Nice.
Okay. This might be a little bit tricky. Just because it's.
Well, does it say brown sugar?
Yeah.
Does it? That's
Will that not do the job?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a very molassesy type.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Sugar. I can't remember what it is. It's.
Oh, put that there, just so that people can see me make a mess of it and spill it all over the table. So that's
Push it down
a tiny bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, back in your spoon. It says a full quarter cup. Then.
It's about right, that, isn't it? Give or take. Okay. Yeah, Bev just said Demerara. Is it Demerara?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's all good. Like we said at the start, I think with hot sauces, generally, you've got a bit of flexibility, haven't you? You've got some customization.
Cider vinegar.
Which suits me down to the ground. Yes. That's the last thing, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. That's that sorted. Do you want me to do that this time?
Yeah.
So we've got everything in there, yeah?
Small kitchen portal, yeah.
Fabulous.
So that might use up 2 bottles, that.
Possibly, yeah.
I never knew that. Tracy just said brown sugar is good sugar and molasses. Gotta love a NutriBullet.
Smells quite nice.
Does it? And then do you have to cook this one as well?
Yeah. Add the blended sauce to a saucepan and bring to the boil. Reduce the heat and simmer for 30 minutes, it says.
Oh, right.
Stirring
I'll do this one over here then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Ice cream van's just going past. Pay no attention. Do you want me to?
Oh, sure fuck.
Oh, yeah. We popped to the allotment before, earlier on, to water the tomatoes and just generally check on things. Didn't spend a lot of time down there, but did harvest quite a nice selection of tomatoes from the greenhouse. So that's nice. So a few of these, maybe 4 or 5 of these, we're going to use in the next hot sauce that we make, the third one and final one today. I mean, it says 30 minutes, Paul, but all 3 of them are like, the other one's like 10 to 20 minutes. It's sort of, you allow it to simmer and thicken up a little bit. So I don't think it's like an exact amount of time that you have to adhere to.
Okay, that's ready for the next one.
Nice one, Tracy. Well, this is why I'm guessing, you know, making hot sauces is right in my wheelhouse, really, because it doesn't have to be an exact science, whereas baking kind of is the exact opposite, isn't it? You've got to be really quite precise with your measurements and your ingredients.
There's always a bit of wiggle room with baking.
A little bit, but that's, yeah, to a point. I suppose it depends what you're baking as well.
Yeah, it does. Very much so.
So let's have a quick look at the chat whilst the smoker chipotle is doing its thing on the hob.
This one looks like there's a lot in it, Jason. Oh, there isn't though, is there? What are them little things in here?
They are piri piri chilies.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Bev says, when I was in Form 2, that's year 8 in old money, I made cheese scones and put a tablespoon of salt in instead of a teaspoon. They looked amazing. They were totally inedible. Yeah, I suppose there's a big difference. There's a big difference, really, isn't there, Bev?
Do you want me to do this ginger, Jason?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
How much ginger?
The ginger says 20 grams, 1 1/3 tablespoons. Definitely tablespoons of ginger.
Quick tip for anyone who doesn't know how to work with ginger, by the way, when you're peeling it, use a teaspoon. Just use the cup part of the teaspoon. As if it's a knife, it makes it so much easier. Get all your bits off. Just for future reference.
Nice. Nice.
Let me wait, because you know. So how much again? I'm sorry.
20 grams, essentially, or thereabouts.
22 grams exactly.
Oh, that'll do perfect, won't it?
And I don't mind a bit more ginger. We had a load of ginger in that soup noodles last night, didn't we?
We did. We did. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Yes. I don't know if I've got the patience for fermented hot sauces, Bev, to be honest. But I'm sure they are amazing. So the chilies came in the pack, just for anybody that missed that. That's the great thing about this pack. Lovely, lovely gift off Leanne and Imran. It's pretty much got everything that you need other than your fresh ingredients, your tomatoes, your garlic, your ginger. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, Angela, thank you. Angela says, I'm not really a chili lover, but I love watching you both. Happy Sunday to you both. Kiss. Thank you, Angela. Right back at you. Right back at you indeed. And just whilst I've got this opportunity and I'm remembering, thanks to all of you for being here. You know, we do appreciate that hot sauces are not up everyone's street. We love our hot sauces. And I've really got into them especially over the last, what, 2 or 3 years, Paul?
Well, we started doing hot things as YouTube challenges, didn't we? And then we were like, oh, we like this now. Right, we can start the next one if you want, promise.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, so this is the West African pepper.
This is the one with the most ingredients, isn't it?
This, yeah. So it's got half of the sachet of piri piri chilies and 1 habanero chili. This is going to be hot.
So this is all this stuff that's in this cup.
That's all that's in there. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's get that in.
That's in there. Oh, lovely. And this one's got the white onion chopped, the chopped ginger. That'll need chopping up a little bit, won't it? Do you want me to do
not necessarily. This is the great thing about NutriBullets. I mean, I will, but it don't need it. What else, Babs?
It says 2 ripe tomatoes, so I'm thinking like maybe 4 of those small ones that we brought from the allotment. Sasha popped in before. If you're still here, Sasha, I know it was a flying hello. If you're still here, thanks for popping in. I don't know if you missed our tomatoes, but we got some fantastic tomatoes from our greenhouse earlier on today. Some of which are going to go in this West African pepper hot sauce.
So I'm going to put 5 in.
Okay. Yeah, because they're quite small, aren't they?
Yeah. How many does it say?
It says 2 ripe tomatoes. Yeah.
5 from our allotment.
Then the ginger. Oh, you've already put that in. Yeah.
Garlic, did you say?
1 garlic clove.
Oh, well, let's put the...
Yeah.
You've got a bigger than a small.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And
1 teaspoon of salt.
The onion, Jason.
Oh, yeah, yeah. 1 medium white onion chopped. Do you want me to chop that?
It's all right.
You sure?
Yeah. I mean, this is a small white onion, so I would get the other one out of the fridge that we had on the sandwich at lunch.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it does say 1. Oh, it says 1 medium, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a small.
Definitely a small. So I've got little bit of onion left over from our sandwich. Thank you, Babs. Alex says, you guys got me into hot sauces, but I'm still at a wimp stage. A bottle of Nando's medium sauce lasted me a year. Bless.
Right, onion.
Nice one. And yeah, you've already put the garlic in. 1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And 1/4 cup of cooking oil for this one. It's the only one that uses cooking oil.
Okay. I mean, it says cooking oil, but I'm going to be using extra virgin olive oil. Because that's pretty much all we have, other than the other olive oil that we got given from our barber from Crete.
Yeah.
Which is just pure olive oil. Okay. So that's really going to emulsify them with the oil in it.
I'm hoping that this is going to be a thicker sauce compared to the other two.
That's what emulsify means.
Yeah, but the smoky chipotle might thicken up a little bit as it sort of simmers. I'm guessing. Vegan Runner is in the house.
I think it'll thicken as it cools, actually, Jay.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that everything in there?
Got the water, got the onion, got the tomatoes, got the ginger, got the garlic, got the salt, got the cooking oil.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And this one says cook for 15 to 20 minutes. So
How long do we cook this one for, Jay?
it says 15 to 20 minutes on a medium heat, stirring occasionally. So this is the Louisiana that's just been in the boiling hot water for the last 5 minutes, as is suggested in the ingredients recipe, should I say. So now I can pop the little label on before we start with the rest of them, so don't get confused. And then that can just sit somewhere to cool down a little bit.
So again, we bring this one to the boil and then turn it down to a simmer.
Yes. There we go. Nice. Happy days. I haven't mentioned it yet, and Bev's just reminded me. So if you're enjoying the live stream today, Sunday, in our kitchen, and you haven't already, and you're able to, please do consider giving the live stream a thumbs up. It gets the down-to-earth vegan message out there to more people. And hopefully the YouTube algorithm will look down on us favourably and spread the word because they see the thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Ashley, if we're ever in the future, you know, consider going into mini production of hot sauces, I would like to think that the label would be better than that. But, you know, this was what came in the pack, which is another lovely little thing, you know, that you get a bit of string and your little labels that you can write up as you make your own hot sauces. It's a lovely thing. Hi, Roxanne. Thanks for being here. If I've missed anyone else, Laurie, Gaz.
Oh, this one does smell smoky.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just turn the laptop slightly. Nice.
So what do you want to do is, because there's probably enough for 2 bottles of this and 2 bottles of that.
Oh, I don't know, because I haven't sterilised any more bottles. I just did the 3 bottles because I thought it would just be enough. But there's actually, yeah, there's quite a bit there, isn't there?
Yeah. You pass me the other bottles. I'll show you the quick sterilisation method. Take the tops off. I'll put them in the little boiling water. These, I'm just going to wet. Just put them in the microwave, lid on the side for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, 3 will do it probably, actually.
Minutes. Ah, lovely.
Oh. Bloody hell, that never burned my nose.
Right, so these are done, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the smoky chipotle.
That's the smoky chipotle.
I'm just going, if I can, I want to just, I don't suppose it really matters, but.
Even them out.
Oh!
There we go. Smoky chipotle hot sauce.
Fabulous. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to pop these in this hot water here. Let them just have the 5 minutes. There we go. Oh, this has been fun. I've enjoyed this. You know, being a little bit more involved as well. A little bit more. Paul's still done most of the work.
I have my egg. My eggy thump.
Well, listen, honestly, for any of you that watch our meals vlogs that go up on a Tuesday night, that is going to be really realistically where you'll get to see us trying these, I think, like properly once they've had a little bit of time to cool down and then either go in the cupboard or into the fridge, because they are going to need a little bit of time to just sort of cool down, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, what just happened there? Should I turn it off at the plug?
Yeah. Yes, we don't need it now.
Let's have a quick look at this.
It's just on a simmer. Well, again, that's going to be 2 bottles for sure.
Oh, we've got those 2 in the microwave, haven't we, that are doing the thing?
All this can go away now, can't it? Sugars and stuffs.
Oh, no worries, Bev. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for being here and all the best. All the very best. While I'm thinking about it, I want to just send love and hugs to Mum and Dad Brom, of course, and the lovely Auntie Pearl and Brett, who watch a lot of our stuff. Hope you are all doing well. Sam71 is in the house. Hi, guys, from a very windy Newcastle upon Tyne. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Sauce looks great, amazing. Love your channel. Well, thank you, Sam. That is appreciated very, very much. Is it DG or DIG? DG. Oh my gosh, you're live and I made it. Yay. Hi, hello. Hello. We've actually just come to the end of making our, or almost at the end of making our hot sauce. It's not quite there yet. We're just finishing off on the West African pepper. That is just simmering on the stove as we speak. Without a funnel, Sasha, is the easy answer. Just pour it straight in. And on this occasion, I did sterilize the sieve, but we've not used the sieve today. But you can, of course, sieve out so it's got less bits in it. I don't think you'll be able to see that on. I'm not sure, but if I go right up close and move my face out of the way, you can see those little bits in there. Which we quite like that textural element, but we do appreciate some people might prefer to just sieve it and have it as a really smooth hot sauce. Hot, hot, hot.
Well and truly sterilized.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been great fun today making hot sauces, and much thanks to Leanne and Imran for the gift, which was the prompt, really. And as Paul said earlier on in the live stream today, you know, having something like that as a starting point, whether it's the cheese making kit that we did in the last Cooking in the Kitchen, or it's hot sauces. Oh, perfect. Perfect. This is the spicy chipotle, which is yarn. Pop that on there. Peter says there's a restaurant where they sell hot sauces so hot you have to sign a waiver to try them. If you have a heart condition, it might be deadly fatal. I can believe that, Peter. I can absolutely believe that.
I've got Peter Suss now because he wrote exactly that ages ago. He'll write the same thing over and over until you read it out.
There you go.
I've got you, Peter.
There you go. And that's just fine. That's just fine, because sometimes, not always, the chat is thick and fast and we don't always see everything.
Oof. Oof. Bloody hell.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would recommend. Where did I just put it?
Oh, that's something.
Just do that.
Well, I can do this. Let me just show, because there's one element that I've missed referencing in the packs, and that is they also come with a pipette.
Ah.
So you can.
I wouldn't.
No?
No, I would just.
What am I doing?
Just lick along that. From there. There we go.
Ooh. Oh! Wow.
I know.
Woo!
Yeah, she's strong.
That's not to be messed with, is it?
No, she's hot.
Oh, nice one. I see what you've done. I see what you've done.
What?
The lids.
Oh yeah, just in some boiling water for a sec, babes. Cool. They'll be right now.
Yeah.
Anything on them is dead. That's the nature of boiling water. And now you're going to stand these in there.
Yeah.
Look at that, 5 bottles of hot sauce. And there's more to make, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll pop them in the hot water in a second. So we have made, for anybody that's missed it, because I know people dip in and out, today we've made Louisiana hot, smoky chipotle, and West African pepper. But the pack also allows you to make a salsa verde, a hot piri piri, and a mango habanero. So there you go. It's kind of awesome, really, isn't it? Fantastic. Ah, happy days. Happy days indeed. Oh, that's awful, Will. Will says, I once put a contact lens in after chopping chilies. I've still got a faint scar on the back of my eye.
I've taken mine out after touching chilies before and then screamed very loudly.
I will say, in the instructions in the recipe, it does warn against doing any of this without gloves on, because some of the chilies, particularly once they're rehydrated, they are very hot. But we've not actually touched any. We've just poured them straight in, haven't we? So we've been okay. We've been careful. But you know, as the wonderful Sean of Hot Ones would say, if you are doing this and you're handling chilies, and he'll always do it like this.
Around the eyes.
Careful around the eyes.
Careful around the eyes.
Careful around the eyes. He uses his hands a lot, doesn't he? Which I quite like. I'm fond of that. So yeah, I think that's a success in terms of cooking hot sauces in the kitchen this Sunday with us.
Get rid of this onion and ginger skin.
Agreed, Peter. Yes. In terms of like a fruity hot sauce, Peter says the mango one sounds interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And we quite like a mango, don't we?
Mango habanero, yes. And it also says in the recipe, we probably shouldn't say this, but of all the recipes in this kit, this is our favourite, referring to the mango habanero. So there you go. We'll get around to making the others at some point in the not too distant future. But of course, for the time being, we are well stocked up on hot sauces, aren't we?
It's particularly now.
Yeah.
We've got, although I'm happy to leave these all for a couple of months.
Yeah.
To just do their thing in the fridge. Once they, you know, the tops are on, they're all right. They're kind of hermetically sealed. And the heat helps. So, yeah.
Fingers crossed. Should all be fine. Alex, I have a vague recollection of seeing Steve-O on Hot Ones with his ridiculousness at the end. Yes. Yeah, indeed. There's been a couple of good episodes of Hot Ones recently, actually. I mean, they're always pretty decent, except, you know, there are rare occasions when there's somebody on that is maybe not the best in terms of the interview process. But I'd say 95% of the time it's very good. It's bob on. I may as well finish off now. May as well finish off with just so we have completion. Because it's always nice, isn't it? So. West African pepper.
Yeah, that one had the biggest kick. Mind you, we didn't taste this one, did we? We tasted that one. What's this one? Smoked chipotle. Yeah.
There we go.
And there we go.
Fabulous.
5 bottles of hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce, smoky chipotle, and West African pepper.
I'm over the moon. I'm proper happy with that. Really am. They've come out well. I mean, you know, the truth is in the tasting, of course, but I've thoroughly enjoyed the process. It's been great fun. Not mega complicated. Room for error in the mix there. Do you know what I mean? And room for, you know, adding and customizing should you wish to. And it does encourage you to do that even in the recipe, you know, in terms of personal taste, salt and sugar. Happy days. Brilliant stuff. Oh, thanks everyone for the thumbs up on the live stream as well. Greatly appreciated. Dee says, smoky chipotle sounds rather poetic. It does, I suppose, yes. I'll have a quick scroll up and make sure that we've not missed anything in the chat. Bo Peep says, could set up a stool selling these. Indeed. You know what I actually thought the other day? I mean, it would probably be cruel, but I was like, she would take the bomb to Vegan Camp Out for some of our friends that happen to be going along, and you could sample it whilst there, but it's probably not. It's probably not a good idea, really, to be fair. Oh, cheers, Kat. Kat says, really enjoy watching all of your vlogs and lives. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think we've missed too much in the chat.
Good. Good, good.
Yeah, we're all good. Oh, thanks for the kind words as well, Gaz. You guys make me smile. Such a joy to watch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good stuff. I suppose I should pop these back over here as well, so we've got everything together.
Yeah, but where does this go? I can't even remember.
It goes in the cupboard next to the one.
Pass you that because the
oh, it's still plugged in. Hang on a sec. Oh. Nice one, mister. Yeah, and it's nice and cool as well. I was worried for a second. Trying. Took the cable out of the way. There we go.
I'm fine, thank you, Stephanie. Laurie, what's your hottest thing you can handle? Like, do you not like any hot sauces at all?
That's a good question, babes.
Because I know, like, so, like, have you ever tried Frank's? See, I mean, Frank's has got, people call it a basic hot sauce, but it's, and Chipotle as well, people call it a basic hot sauce.
Cholula. Yeah, I mean, Cholula for a lot of people who are into hot sauces is like your classic standard middle of the range hot table sauce, isn't it? But yeah, I suppose because some people can't even handle like black pepper. So that's, you know, it really depends where your tolerance sits. That's just it, isn't it? It does really depend on your tolerances, to be fair. But I think
just because it's being discussed in the chat, and so I'd like to kind of touch on it. Peter mentioned before about Tash Peterson has been charged with disorderly conduct for protesting that restaurant in Australia.
Right.
Here's the thing about it's like I said on my longer version vlog about that whole Australian restaurant thing. I don't agree with review bombing. I think with every single thing in life, what you have to do is see it reverse. If you were sat in a vegan restaurant, a designated vegan restaurant called a vegan restaurant, and Sperridge and all his nutters came in, eating raw meat and stuff, is that acceptable? Then why is it acceptable for vegans to go into a non-vegan restaurant screaming at people who've chosen to eat there? You can't have it both ways. But there's been a lot of stuff on this channel of late. You've no doubt seen those 2 shorts I did where, and I'm still getting backlash now on Instagram because I'm cruel, I'm nasty, I'm not supporting people on their journey. And it's like, no, I'm not supporting people who 2 years after starting a vegan journey say things like, I know you guys won't judge me for buying a block of cheese now and again. Is that the impression we give off, that they'll accept me? They're all right with me having cheese now and again, or having a beef burger when I go out with my friends because I can't find anything else to eat. They won't judge me for that. I bloody will.
Yeah.
We both will. We both will.
Yeah. That's just the way it is. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm just picking up on what Paul's just said. I think something I said the other day to Paul, and we've just kind of, just chatted briefly on this, is that 99, and I've said it on this channel before, but I don't expect everybody to see every single bit of content that we upload to the channel. 99.9% of the time, we try our utmost to be incredibly supportive, uplifting, happy, jolly, positive people. But we are human beings, and there's a very, very small percentage of the time, and particularly when people have been on the journey for a long time, like Paul said before, where we are human, and it gets frustrating, and occasionally we get upset.
Only when they've said they're going to go vegan.
Yeah.
It's like, my mum is not vegan, has no intentions of going vegan, ever. If I go in her house and smell bacon, I say to my mother, I wonder what that pig was called, John. And she'll go, piss off. But I'll always say it.
Yeah.
And people think that's my mother. So there's some of you out there who are like, I'm unsubscribing now because of good. If you've said you're going vegan and you're still eating cheese, good. I don't want you on this channel. If you're on a plant-based journey, striving to eat more plant-based foods, fully support you. But don't say you're going vegan and then 2 years later still be eating dairy cheese, because that makes me sick to my stomach. Sick.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyway, done with that now.
Yeah.
Lovely hot sauces.
It is brilliant. Hopefully we've shown you that.
Should we leave these to go?
They need to cool down
like fully before we put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we could just,
because I mean we do that with, like if I cook a curry or something, it's minimum 2 hours sat out in the glass Tupperware with no lid, cooling down gently before it goes in the fridge.
Yeah. But hopefully, it's certainly it's given me food for thought. It's made me kind of think about the generic process for the majority of hot sauces, and then what you can do in terms of your ingredients, your choice of chilies, whatever you're adding into the mix, your salt, your sugar, oil or not, as the case may be. It's really given me some thought. So going right back full circle to the very start of the live stream over an hour ago, these kits are great. They're really great.
Brilliant.
Particularly for somebody like me who's got a bit of a monkey brain and gets confused very easily, even down to simple lettering like teaspoon versus tablespoon.
Can you imagine if I left him alone? I'd be like, oh, these sauces are very salty, yes.
I mean, it would have ruined it for me as well. So I'm kind of glad that you're on hand to assist in that area. But it's a really good start. And
brilliant start. We've got 5 bottles of hot sauce.
Yeah.
5 bottles of hot sauce to leave to cool and then whack them in our fridge, which would be lovely.
I'm looking forward to trying them when they have properly cooled down. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope they're nice. And also, I'm kind of hoping that I taste them, all 3 of them, and I'm like, does anything come to mind in terms of, is there anything that could be done to improve them? Would I prefer it if they were a bit more salty or a bit more sugary? Or, what would they be like with a Scotch bonnet added to make it hotter?
Well, here's the thing. That's what I said. Like, I, as someone very proficient in the kitchen, who loves being in the kitchen and making my own things, have learned today, and I'm not being condescending, I did wonder whether making chili sauces was this simple. It is. As it turns out, it is. Salt, sugar, vinegar, chilies, hot water, you know, perhaps a bit of onion, garlic, ginger. It's like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It's basically like making a curry paste or a noodle soup, but condensed.
Yeah. Definitely.
And with a lot more chilies. Chilies being the main thing, of course. Yeah, I got triggered by a few things recently on the channel. One was an email. I don't do names. I'm not that much of an ass. But one was an email. I'm paraphrasing when I say I'm still eating cheese now and again, but I know you guys won't judge me for that. And I was like, no, I will. I'm sorry, but I will. Because you know, we've talked about things. You said you saw this and you saw that, you know, and then someone on the channel calling me out because I wasn't being the nice person that they expected, who was a percentage plant-based, and I was like, do you want a badge?
Well, Flanny says it right there, especially with the dairy-free cheeses we have now in abundance.
Dairy-free, everything we've got now in abundance. Cream, double cream, butter. It's like, we want for nothing. We really want for nothing. And I think it's just, I have a really hard time imagining putting anything from an animal near my mouth, on my body. You know, it's just like, I'd be mortified.
Yeah.
Any road.
Those of you, you know what? Deep and meaningful for a second, before we start to slowly wrap things up. Deep and meaningful for just a second. You crew, you fam that are here now and are on most of our live streams, out of all of the people that support the channel, and they're all amazing in their own way, but the fam that are here on our live streams, you've taken the time out of your busy lives to really get to know us. And that's all we can ever ask for on the channel, is that if people are able to have the time in their own lives to watch our content, and really get a grip on who we are as people, because we are genuinely an open book on YouTube for the most part. We're very transparent with the highs and the lows, and we're really human and down to earth.
And sometimes I get pissed off and do vlogs with a bit of like, rah.
Yeah, well, it's like,
and I always will.
Twice a year.
Always.
It's rare.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I get to that point where I'm like, oh, piss off.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like I said, but we're human.
Yeah,
like anybody would. We've often joked, and I really hope, I doubt that Earthly Ned would see this. I'm gonna mention this. I doubt that Earthly Ned will see this, and I hope, and if he did, I hope he would take it the way that it's intended. But Earthly Ned, we've watched a lot of his stuff over the years, and we had the pleasure of meeting him at Vegan Camp Out in 2019, where he was working his butt off, serving people in the eatery.
Unity Diner, I think it was at that point.
But we always kind of said he's so calm. He's like a Buddhist monk in his approach sometimes, and I wonder at the end of the day whether he gets home and just sort of spends a few minutes screaming into a pillow.
Of course he does.
Or doing a few rounds on a punch bag or something.
You'd have to.
Because he is so...
You'd have to.
So chill. And we are, for the most part. But like I said, going back to what we said, we're human. And occasionally things just upset us or annoy us.
I tell you what it is. I don't want our support to come across as coddling or placating, and in particular, enabling.
Yeah.
I don't want someone to say, I know you won't judge me. I had a beef burger last night. I know I told you. You get it. I don't have to keep giving examples.
Yeah.
That's not what's going on here.
That's not what our channel's about.
No.
And the clue's in the tagline, down to earth veganism.
On the reg.
Do you know what I mean? Not down to earth plant-based.
So, right, we're going to leave these now to cool.
Yes.
And then we'll get them in the fridge later on. They'll stay nice and hot in these bottles now because they're sealed.
Yeah,
for a while, but that's good. Thank you again, Leanne and Imran, for getting us this for Christmas. I know it's took us quite a while to do it, but I'm glad we've done it now. And these hot sauces will feature in our upcoming meals vlogs.
Yeah.
You'll see them because we like to have a little dabble. But that's the kit. Oh, if you turn it around, it's got the web address.
There you go. Should anybody want to fancy giving it a try? Not sponsored, as we've clearly mentioned today. It's a gift from Leanne and Imran.
But if you fancy getting yourself one, you know, there might be you might be able to get them from that website, but they might be available on Amazon. They might be in your local store, maybe. You never know. You never know.
Oh, Helly Welly, thank you. Been nice watching today. Don't always get the chance. If I can't see you live, we'll always catch up another day. Keep being you and standing up for the animals and what's right and what's wrong. Thank you, Helly Welly.
We shall try, Helly Welly. We shall certainly try.
Yes. Laurie.
Oh, Laurie can handle a tiny bit of Frank's. So you don't hate all hot sauces then. You've just, at this point, that's your tolerance level. And it might be, Laurie, it might be that you tried something a little bit hotter and like, oh, the heat on that is a bit hard, but the flavour's lovely. That's how it starts, you see. And then you're like, oh, it's burning, but it tastes lovely. And then you're like, oh, it doesn't burn so much anymore. Why not? Because you've made yourself, you've built your tolerance up. That's why we're where we're at now.
Yeah.
With hot sauces, except for that Mad Dog 357, as Flanny reminded me before, we put some in our curry last week. Don't know how we did that on a taste test, just poured on a nugget. Because I put like 5 drops in a pan. Oh no, I did. Sorry. No, I didn't. I made a pan of curry, plated up our meals, and we both tasted it. It had 1.5 Scotch bonnets in it, and we were both like, it's not so. We could do with more heat. Got the Mad Dog 357 out, like 5-6 drops in my already plated portion of curry.
It was wrong.
However, when I warmed up the second bit of curry, which we had with oven chips, I put like 2 drops in while it was warming up. Perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
It's not to be trifled with. It's serious stuff. It really is. But to be able to just amp something up significantly with a tiny amount, it's not too bad at all. And it doesn't actually taste horrible. Whereas the bomb Beyond Insanity,
oh, it's awful.
It's super hot and it's gross. It's got a horrible taste to it. And that's really the exception. Most other hot sauces, even extreme ones, they don't taste as bad as the bomb, do they? Not even close.
I nearly said it's like sucking metallic heat through a hobo's knickers.
Oh dear.
The bomb.
You painted a picture there, haven't you? An awful picture for a Sunday afternoon. Vegan Runner says, I love watching all your videos, so much user-friendly information, and the community that follows you are so accommodating and welcoming. Yes, indeed. Salute to that. Hope this makes sense. You are all vegan superstars. And we've often said that. Thank you, Vegan Runner, by the way. We've often said that the community, particularly the engaged, interacting community, you're all absolutely awesome, genuinely, and you help the channel and you help people who find the channel and that find this community, and that's brilliant. We love that.
Right, give everyone a chance to say their goodbyes.
Yes.
Now, just for the last couple of minutes. No idea what we're having for dinner.
No.
Tonight, but we had a beautiful noodle soup last night. And for anyone that's seen the noodle soup recipe vlog, you know it's 2 parts. It's like a kind of like a paste, really, and then just the stock. You know, in the paste last night, I put some peanut butter. Oh, it did make a difference, didn't it?
Yeah.
It just added a real. Obviously, it increased the viscosity of the soup. And just gave it a really beautiful creamy orange look, and it was gorgeous. So umami, beautiful.
I said last night, took it to another level. That It
Yeah.
just took it to another level. It was just an extra level of umptiousness. Tracy and Leroy, Tracy says, much love to Auntie Pearl, Mum and Dad Brom. Big thanks to Leanne and Ashley. Hope everyone has a perfectly lovely week ahead. Leroy and Tracy. What a lovely thing to do, to say.
Tracy and Leroy.
Nice one, yeah.
How lovely of you.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone. We're in our neck of the woods. It's been a really horrible weather weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pretty much. But you know what? We've done the best we could of the weekend. It's been productive. And it's been lovely, as always, to spend some time with you all here in our kitchen, making hot sauces.
Yes. And a massive thank you, of course, to Ashley and Leanne, and even Bev,
yes,
who popped in doing a bit of modding before she scampered off. Love you girls. Thank you so much for always helping and for always being supportive. Yeah, mates.
Yeah,
thank you.
Most definitely. I think what we'll probably do now is we'll bring this to a close. We'll pack up.
Yeah.
I'll do some pots, and then
takes about 20 minutes.
We'll probably have a brew and a biscuit and contemplate what we're going to have for our evening meal.
Yeah, we've eaten really diverse again, haven't we, over the last few days? As you'll see on Tuesday's meals vlog, we've proper had yeah.
Well, we can have a think, can't we?
We can. We'll have
some of yous, not many of yous, but some of yous, we'll see you soon. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, okay? And the rest of yous, all of yous, have a wonderful rest of the weekend.
Please do. Love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We hope see you again very soon. No allotment vlog tomorrow, by the way, but meals vlog on Tuesday for sure. Yes. We'll see you again very soon. Until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other and the animals all the time. Bye, loves.